right, so today Seint has a fun little mini release and I am gonna show you what they're releasing. It's actually two different items. First item I'm gonna show you is this. This is a new compact that Seint is releasing. So first of all, it's actually a little bit different from their normal compacts. Sorry, my toddler's right here. So this one is made of like a hard plastic as opposed to, so the other ones, they tend to be, I don't actually know what they're made of, but I would say they're almost like a cardboard type consistency, like a hard, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what they're made of. I just know that they're not plastic. And this is like a hard plastic. The other thing is that with the normal ones, they have like a magnetic closure, whereas this one has an actual clasp to kind of make sure it stays shut. Now, just like the other ones though, it still has the magnetic bottom here so that the tin magnetizes to the bottom. And what I love about this one, which is very obvious, is that it is a single compact. So it holds one full-size tin. We've never, my toddler's riding his little train. So that's gonna be loud for a minute. Hold on. So we've never had a single compact before is what is, 1 minute. So hopefully third time's the charm. We'll see. As I was saying, we haven't had a single compact before. So the smallest we've ever had is the square compact, and that one holds 2 individual full-size tins, but this one holds just 1. And I feel like it's really nice because it's obviously really compact. That's kind of a given. But I like the fact that it has the clasp to it just because I feel like it feels a little bit more secure, which is really nice. And you know, then you can just throw your favorite lip product, because I think the lip product makes the most sense for most people to want to take on the go. Obviously, it can fit any full-size tin you want, but the lip product probably makes the most sense for most people. And then you can just throw it in your purse and have it to be able to reapply throughout the day. So I feel like this is going to be one of those items that, especially if you are a Seint user and a Seint lover, you're gonna love having this. It's just gonna become kind of a staple to have, to be able to throw, like I said, your favorite color in your purse and take it on the go. Along with the little compact, they are also releasing, this is a new lip product. He's turning on the TV now. It's like once he's not getting my full attention, he's like, I'm just gonna do whatever. So sorry, there's just gonna be noise in the background. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. I'm sorry, but I wanna be able to share these new products with you. So this is kind of where we're at. So anyway, this is called the Salve, and this is a new lip product. And I actually just opened it and I noticed mine's not like super smooth, and it's because there's a reason why. So I actually had, my neighbor's package was delivered to my box, and my package was delivered to their box, and they were out of town for a couple of days. So, and we've had like 80+ degree days here the last week. And so it was sitting in a hot metal box that I couldn't get access to for a few days. And so it melted a little bit, which is why it's a little bit messed up. But that's just because it was, like I said, sitting in a mailbox for a few days in the heat. So that's a good reminder though, as we get into the warmer months, to make sure that if you place an order, you track it and get it out as soon as it's delivered if possible, just so you don't have any issues with things getting melty, just because with creams that's always going to be a possibility. This is the Salve. It is a very nice, smooth, creamy texture. Mine's still a little bit melty, but it's just going to be a really nice lip conditioner type thing. It's going to be something to help hydrate and lock in moisture and just, like I said, give you that nice hydrated lip. You can put it on a little bit thicker if you want and wear it overnight like a lip mask. And then obviously if you're someone like me, I like a glossy lip. I've always been somebody who prefers a lot glossy over a matte finish when it comes to my lip products. And so if I have a matte color, I always will put something either underneath it or on top of it to give it that more glossy sheen, and that's exactly what this can do. So that is something that's really nice about this kind of product. Now, it also has a really slight scent to it, and what I was told is it smells like a melted white gummy bear. That's what I've been told. And I can kind of see that, like it has that really sweet, yeah, I don't know that I would have been able to guess that's what it was, but once I'm told that's what it is, then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, so that is the new product they released. Now, one thing I will say, so when I heard they were releasing this, I was like, are we getting another balm? Because we do have quite a few lately. I feel like they've released quite a few different clear lip products, because we have like the lip whip, we have the lip balm that's like that peachy one that's in the container, and then we also have the balms that are in the tins like this that you can use for like underneath your eyes and stuff, the one that's non-scented. And so I feel like we've had quite a few of these products. So I was like, what is different about this one? When the product was being demonstrated, they said she was kind of comparing it to Vaseline. This is the person that's over our product development. And she said she's someone who always loved using Vaseline, and she feels like this is a really good like stand-in for that for your lips. But it's not as thick. Like, in fact, I don't feel like it's thick at all. Maybe some of that has to do with the fact that mine is a little bit melty from being in the hot mailbox, but she also made it sound like that's probably normal too. Like that it's not a super thick. Because you know when you have the ones that you put on that are kind of meant to feel a little bit heavier and thicker, and it kind of gives you that sense of like more of a lip mask. And so it's there to really like just kind of, I don't know, lock everything in. I feel like this one doesn't have that same sensation to it, even though it's supposed to do exactly that. I don't know if that's making sense. I don't know if I'm exactly explaining it the way it's meant to be explained. And again, I understand there's a ton of clear lip products, and so sometimes, you know, getting one more may or may not be beneficial. But like I said, I do feel like it's a super lightweight one. I do love a good lip gloss, and I feel like I said, I think I like the, from this like, you know, 2 minutes that it's been on my lips. So obviously, first time trying it, I don't have I don't have a testimonial from using it over a long period of time, so time will tell. But just from putting it on, I know one thing I don't love is having my lips feel like they're kind of weighed down with product. I like being able to have product on them and them to look nice. And like I said, I like the glossy finish, but I don't like it to feel heavy. And I feel like this is much more lightweight than a lot of the other products that I've used. Real quick, I'm just gonna show you the Safe Salve with like a matte lip color. So this is Plum. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger, and then I'm just gonna tap it over top. But you see how it keeps that glossy sheen to it? And then it adds the color, but it keeps it glossy. So this is underneath. You can obviously put it on top as well. And I didn't have to use a lot of this color. I was able to just kind of dab it on, but I feel like it just, again, it feels a lot more lightweight because I didn't have to use a lot of this product. A lot of it is just the Safe Salve on my lips, and then I was able to just tap in a little bit of this to add color. So I mean, again, first time trying it, don't have full experience with it, haven't used it for longer than a couple minutes, but so far, I like it. Sorry, Kate, I'm still harping on the texture here, but I'm just trying to like get a feel for it as I'm wearing it. I will say, and again, I don't know if this is because it was a little bit melty, but I feel like I remember her kind of mentioning this. It's a little bit more, I feel like it has more of like a watery feel to it on your lips. Like obviously a little thicker than water, but almost more of that watery as opposed to like that thick, heavy, oily like consistency to it. And again, this is just my first time trying it, but I do like that because like I said, it feels lighter, feels fresher. So something to kind of take with a grain of salt, because again, I'm just trying it. It did come from a melted mailbox, but it has been in my house over the weekend. It was more just the melting kind of made it stick to the top of the lid and stuff from movement. So I don't think that should still be impacting it much. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. Anyway, you can grab both of these new products starting today, and they can come, you can get them individually, so the individual compact or the individual Safe Salve, or you can buy them as a collection and save money. I think you get like 15% off. I think that's what it ends up being when you buy the two together. So individually or together, but these are just a fun little release they're doing. Like I said, I feel like for all my Saint girlies, you're gonna want the individual compact. I love this. I got myself a few of these just because I feel like I'm gonna love being able to throw 1 or 2 of these into my purse and being able to have that individual color. But first time trying this, so far, I like it. I do like it. So we'll see. Like I said, I know we have a lot of other clear lip products and stuff out there. It'll take me a little bit more playing around with it and trying it out for a longer period of time to be able to really have a solid, you know, opinion. Like, what word am I looking for? Opinion on this, but so far, so good. I will go ahead, I will link everything below, the individual items as well as this collection. And then if you have any questions, let me know. I'll also leave information below for color matching info. If you're interested in being color matched to the makeup that I use, I'm always happy to help with that as well.